CataractCoach.com, remembering our mentors. These are the people who were so instrumental in us becoming ophthalmologists and then also in the development of our careers and our passions in ophthalmology. It's important to think that we all learn from each other, right? In the USA, there are maybe 10, 15,000 ophthalmologists who are doing surgery. Every year we create about 450 new ophthalmologists for the entire USA. And every year, even more than that retire. So maybe our numbers are overall slightly dwindling. But it's important that we learn from each other. And we know that a lot of this is passed down. In the new age of the internet, we can use video and teach each other a lot. But, in the old days, and still to this day, we do teach each other from generational teaching. A mentor who explains things to us and gives us guidance and helps us develop. And the mentor's goal is always for the student to become more and better than the mentor ever was. And that's one of the beauties of it. There are some not so great people in ophthalmology. We all know this. Why are there so many lone wolves in ophthalmology? Because there's so many people out there who don't get that mentality that you have to pass the baton. No one lives forever. Our careers are finite as our lives are. And you know what? Eventually, we all get a diagnosis, whatever that may be. There is some impermanence in all of this, right? And so the important part is to pass that on and not to be that ophthalmologist who's so stuck in his or her way, refusing to pass the baton to the next generation. That's a mistake. So I want to take a moment to just say thank you to so many great mentors that I've had in my career. And one in particular is this gentleman right there. That's Dr. Arnold Barton, a fantastic ophthalmologist whom I worked with for many years. He recently passed away. And the very next day when I learned of his passing, I posted the following video. So I'm feeling a little bit sad. Yesterday, a good friend, a colleague, a fellow ophthalmologist, a father figure to me, he died of natural causes at 83 years old. His name was Dr. Arnold Barton, and he was very much like me. He did UCLA for college, USC for med school, back to UCLA for residency. We did the exact same training, just obviously many decades apart. And when I was a young resident and I met him for the first time, I really looked up to him. I looked up to his spirit. He was always happy-go-lucky, just took pride in what he did. He's an amazing man. And we kept in touch over the years, and he even had me work with him to do his surgeries. When he became a little bit older and decided that it wasn't in his best interest to keep operating, he wanted the patients to have great outcomes. So he said, hey, why don't you come to my practice, help me out here. We'll do the cases together. We'd hang out in the operating room together. We'd do the cases. It was a lot of fun. And I do all the whole case while he just kind of assisted or helped out or mostly just talked to the patients. And we developed just an amazing friendship, an amazing relationship. And like I said, it was like a father figure to me. And it just kind of gives me pause to think that, natural causes, he's 83, 3+ decades ahead of me. But that's kind of the nature of life. And I admire that he lived on his own terms. He wanted to keep seeing patients. He just enjoyed being an ophthalmologist. It meant everything to him. That was his identity. And just kind of makes me wonder about my own mortality and kind of what the future holds and how many more of these decades will I have left and what should I plan out in them? And then what actually is going to happen while I'm busy planning for them? Because right, they say life is what happens when you're busy trying to plan for it. So I'm just kind of reflecting a little bit. And, I just want to say, God bless you, Dr. Barton. You're an amazing man, an amazing mentor to me, father figure, friend, colleague, you name it. We had an amazing time together, and together we helped thousands of patients, and we had a fantastic time doing it. And I wish you and your family the very best. Good night.